Hello there. Thanks so much for joining me today. I'm Colleen Klimczak. I'm an organizational and productivity coach and a certified professional organizer. I own Peace of Mind Professional Organizing, LLC. Since 2003, I've been helping my clients live better lives through organizing and organizational and productivity coaching. I support my clients and my community with coaching, in-person and virtual organizing, my weekly podcast called Your Organized Life with Colleen Klimczak, a free weekly virtual productivity session called Finish Line Friday, a free weekly email newsletter, and regular content on Facebook and Instagram. I also offer presentations and professional development to groups and companies. And coming this year, I will be launching a membership circle to support my community with even more coaching and productivity content. Want to finish strong this week? Join me for Finish Line Friday every Friday morning at 9 a.m. Central for a 2-hour productivity session. Drop me an email at Colleen@peaceofmindpo.com to request my Zoom room link, or follow the Zoom room link on my Instagram or Facebook pages. Welcome to Your Organized Life, episode 111 for the first week of 2025. Happy New Year. So this article started out as a reboot of an article from 2018, but I updated it so much that it deserves a new posting. Happy 2025. My sons say that 2025 is a made-up number and that it doesn't sound real, but it's real now. I started to write this article a few different ways, and I realized I was stumbling over the perception of normal. Right? Let's return to normal. I said to a friend last weekend that I'm grateful that the breakneck pace of the holidays is winding down, that the last 4 or 5 weeks have been busier than typical weeks, what with travel and holidays and cooking and gift shopping and gift wrapping, etc., and that it would be nice to take a breath and slow down. And then, after a moment of consideration, I realized it has been longer than 6 weeks since I have seen normal. I have to share here, things haven't really been normal for me since mid-October. I had diverticulitis in October and then a very strong reaction to my flu shot, and those knocked me off my normal for a solid month, and then it was the holidays, etc. So the good news today for me and for you is twofold. First, as the pace slows down to a more breathable and sustainable pace, you and I have more space and opportunity to add back in the habits that we know support us. For me, my habits, when they are consistent, support me to be healthy and calm and energized. They support me to be there for and be there with my family, to be productive, to help me help my community here in Evergreen Park and beyond, and all of you. And the other piece of good news is that we already know what we need to do. This time of year, it would be easy to say, know what? Change is hard, but saying it out loud, I immediately realized that I'm wrong. No, change isn't hard. Sometimes change is extremely easy. For example, as recently as 6 weeks ago, I was exercising daily and making healthy food choices. And then the holidays happened and it got cold and occasionally rainy, which makes it difficult to take a daily walk. And right now today, there are still holiday food and cookies in my house. So changing from healthy eating and exercising to, less healthy eating and not exercising was really easy. So no, change is not always hard. While it's easy to believe the self-defeating statement change is hard and therefore unlikely to happen or be successful, that's all it is, a self-defeating statement, and it lacks truth. We convince ourselves that change is hard, and then we set ourselves up to fail by setting unrealistic goals and expectations, or starting a new journey without a map or plan, or starting the bar too high, or starting by pursuing goals that are not right for us right now, or not asking for help, or expecting big change overnight. Back to the good news, though, we now have space and opportunity to do the right things. And for the new year, just getting back to what you're supposed to be doing can be a big step in the right direction. The best part, I think, of all of this is that we've already figured out all of this at least once. You and I have thought through the process and decided what positive choices are. And we're right. right? So we've examined our lives and ourselves. We've identified areas for positive improvement, and we've even determined some steps that might help us get there. Is it health related or nutrition related, relationship related, productivity, hobbies? I don't know. What's your answer, right? So it's always a good choice to establish and then also re-establish these habits. So let's start the year with getting back on track, whatever that looks like to you. Let's leave the bad holiday habits behind. For me, that looks like getting to bed on time, clearing my kitchen counter and putting the snacks out of sight, taking that January list that I always recommend that we make and adding action dates to it. It also looks like unsubscribing from advertising emails, working back in, working out, and rebooting my morning routine. From my Facebook community, after I ignore the answers to my questions from my brother and his friends because they like to have fun at my expense. So for reals, my friends plan to add back in for 2025 lap swimming, biking, an earlier bedtime. That was 2 people's response. I like this one. Someone replied, 1 hour a day for me, nails or hair or walk just for me. And someone else said their morning meditation. And someone else said spending time with and better supporting their spouse. And as I wrote these, I just know such amazing people. I love these answers. As we look at habits and routines, we also need to cut ourselves some slack. And remember that this loosening of habits and then reassessing and returning to them is a normal part of their life cycle. We can reassess and determine if the habit was good and we just fell away with implementation, or if we need to actually rethink or tweak the habit. That opportunity is here in front of us. I am happy for us this week because we know how to do this. We know what to do. We know what healthy habits are and how to reestablish them. We know how to be productive. We just need to get back to it. We know how to be good to ourselves, so let's be good. This year, let's start the year with returning to what we know. How about we review our good habits that may have gotten a little lax over the last few months? Let's start the year strong with realistic expectations to build a strong foundation and grow from there. Support around awareness and growth and positive habits is what productivity coaching is all about. If it's time to invest in yourself and explore coaching for organizing and productivity, I would love to hear from you. Drop me a line via email at colleen@peaceofmindpo.com or message me through my social media platforms like Facebook, Instagram, or LinkedIn. Thanks so much, and I will talk to you next week.